Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and welcome to week 1 of the Goddess 10-week series that I'll be doing. And I picked this subject because, of course, you know I love Jessie James Beads and am a design ambassador for them, and they have these beautiful mixes on their site all about goddesses. Now, they've done a collection before years ago that were gorgeous, and these are also gorgeous. So there's 10 goddess mixes, and I do believe 5 of them are on sale right now. The one I'm going to concentrate on is Mazu, which is the Chinese goddess of the sea. A little bit more about that later, but look at these beautiful cards that come with the mixes. Love the illustrations, and it's part of the goddess collection. So I went ahead, and this is the mix. I've just pulled everything out of the box, and this is what comes in the mix. It's beautiful teals and golds and pearls. Obviously, when you're talking about the sea, pearls feature nicely. And this beautiful focal piece we're definitely going to use. And then I did pull some things out of my stash. I kind of wanted to do some more with pearls. So I've got some little faceted fire polish beads. I did want to grab some more gold, maybe to put places. So I've got some seed beads and some more pearls. And then this is a beautiful capture chain that you can get from Silversilk. We're going to use this. We're also going to use SoftFlex Soft Touch. We're going to do a mixture of stringing materials. And then I just pulled pearls, kind of pearls and things from other mixes that I hadn't used yet. Some head pins, just to kind of fill out what I'll be doing. I wanted some large hole beads so that they would slide onto the Silversilk. Now, when in researching this, because I love things like this, and I love to learn all about, you know, goddesses and all that stuff I find fascinating. So I did look up Mazu because I really didn't know much about this particular goddess. And one of the things that I read over and over again is that Mazu wears red. So, you know, artistic license with the mix. I love this mix. So believe me, nothing against Jessie James Beads, of course, but I thought it would be fun to add little pops of red, in keeping with the idea that apparently this goddess, for fishermen and people that are traveling, can see her. She wears a red cloak. So I just grabbed this one little bead to kind of do a pop of red. We're just going to do little pops of red. So I'm adding this color to the mix. Now this is the Pantone 2023 strand. I am not sure if this is still available on the Jessie James Beads website, but you will probably be able to find something very similar. This was a 2023. I'm fairly certain they will come out with Pantone for 24. And then this came from one of the Christmas mixes that I had gotten. So I am going to add the red. That's my artistic license. The mix by itself is beautiful, and you can just do that. I don't think you're going to go wrong just using the mix, but if you want to add a little pop of color, this is in keeping with what I read about Mazu. So before I get started, I do have in my description the website that I looked up this information on, and it's called Mythopedia. And this was written up by a lady named Mae Hamilton. She's from University of Texas, Austin. She kind of did the synopsis on there, and there's a wonderful story. Apparently Mazu was an actual person in like the 10th century. So there's a fable about her and how she became the goddess of the sea. And I did also read, so that's fascinating. Apparently, she becomes a goddess to protect people in the sea because her family, or some of her family, are harmed in a hurricane, I believe. And so she becomes a goddess of the sea, and has decided she's going to stay on Earth until every human being has ended their cycle of suffering. So very interesting stuff. So do take a look on Mythopedia. I'm not going to repeat the whole story, but it is pretty cool, and gives me kind of a more inspiration to make the piece of jewelry. So we're going to dive in, and I'm going to move this beautiful card, which I love, and I'd keep these because I mean, how do you throw that out? It's a work of art by itself. So I'm just going to dump these guys that I've collected, and a lot of that is stuff from Jessie James Beads mixes. You know, if I don't use everything, of course I keep it for future projects. So the majority of these things are from other mixes. I have some cream colored pearls, so we can go more with the pearls. And I probably won't use all of this, but I just wanted it available in case I wanted to fill in anywhere. I have these. I think these actually were a mix that Jessie James Beads made for SoftFlex. So I have those. I thought those were cool. I did pull a bale out of my own stash to make some of these drops. So my idea is I'm going to take this beautiful Silversilk, and I will look up what this is. This is the capture chain, and it has actual ball chain in it. I just not remembering the color right now, but I'll look it up. But I thought we would hang some dangles off of here, just like this. And then we could go into some stringing, attach some of the SoftFlex to this, and maybe use another little grouping. We'll play with it. It's a nice long strand too, by the way. So I'll also make sure I have the Silversilk link in my description. And then of course also SoftFlex. This is their medium satin silver that strings so nicely. Love this. All right, so first things first, I think let me cut up this red. I'm only going to use, pardon me, I'm only going to use just a few little pops of red. Just because I read about the whatever garment that Mazu wears is red. So I want to just do a nod to that. Again, this is a Pantone strand, and I love these. I know there will be more. There's a bunch that were sold out when I checked the Jessie James Beads website. Probably do a mix of some of the metals also. I don't really know how much red I'm going to use. I might use just a tiny red bead. Also, let's see. I also grabbed some bead caps, and I wanted something big. Here we go. I wanted something big to kind of put down here. Oops, sliding right off here. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, I love it. So let's get to making a few little dangles. We'll do that first. And my thought was that little bit of red, and then let's see. I love these. These bead caps come in the mix, and look how nice it looks on the top of that. So we're going to do that. And that is going to be like the main. And then I was playing around with these really pretty, they're kind of iridescent glass beads, and I love these window pane beads. So maybe we'll do just a tiny bit of red on those. And I was also thinking maybe one of these tiny pearls. Let's see. Oops. So we'll make these dangles. And then, you know, in between the dangles, we can use some of these large hole beads to kind of hang off of this really pretty Silversilk. So that's where we're headed. So let's keep on going. I'm going to go ahead and make our first focal piece. I'm excited to do this series. I got all 10 mixes. And I'm going to be doing a Valentine marathon shortly, probably next week. And I checked the Jessie James Beads website, and the Valentine stuff I bought is already gone. I don't know if they're going to restock it or not, but boy, that went fast. So I'm glad I got it. So here is our focal. And I love red with blues anyway. I just love that look. Let's see. And I'm going to do just a wire wrap here with my, this was like a 3-inch long head pin. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Can't believe it's the weekend. I hope the weather's nice where you are. We are a little bit cloudy and rainy today. I'm not complaining. I do not like hot, as we all know. So, oh, and thank you for the lovely comments on the ombre necklace I did with the DD's bead box. Yeah, that's very, somebody had mentioned, boy, that's not very much color for you. And they're right. I usually use a lot of color. But in that particular instance, I wanted to just play with that ombre look. So you will definitely see some more finished jewelry on that. So right now I'm just doing my wire wrap. I think this is good. Let me just get the... And one of the things I think that is going to look really nice with this necklace, and one of the things that I like about this mix, are all the different textures. You've got these beautiful, you know, textures of the pearls. I kind of think of coral reefs a little bit, but then you've got the pearls. So of course, you got to think oysters in the sea. You've got this beautiful, again, looks like coral, but then you've got these sparkly, beautiful rhinestones in there that, you know, water is never one color, especially when the sun hits it. And I just really love how that's sparkly. You've got the beautiful blues for water, all different shades. And I could just see all that blue. And then, you know, if you're a fisherman and you're stranded, it's like, help, I need help. And then you see this bright blue, red being coming to you on the horizon, and you know you've been saved. So that, I just love the story. So I did have this, I pulled this out and then ignored it. I'm not sure we really need it. Since I forgot about it, I'm just going to leave it. Actually, I really can't do that because I realize now this is what happens when I get to talking. It fits on there. So, we are going to have to redo that. Already! You guys, I don't know. Maybe I should not get into lecture mode. I was just so excited to learn all this stuff. Forgive me. But you know, it's not a Marcie video without... Hey, at least I did it at the beginning. It's not a Marcie video unless I either drop something or forget something or have to remake something. That's just how it is. Fortunately, this does not take very long. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready. I'm sick of reruns. I'm ready for some new shows. How about you? All right. Let's try that again. Oh. I don't know. I just almost lost a light there. I don't know if you guys watched the one where we lost our power. That was pretty funny. Hopefully nothing like that happens. Okay, now, here's a little tip. Before you add things, before you close your loop, add what you need to add. As you can see, the best of us forget things like that. Not that I think I'm completely awesome, but I am just a big old creative mistake maker. That's what I am. But hey, when it turns out right, it turns out right. I can't believe we whizzed by the holidays, you guys. It's crazy. But we got Valentine's coming up. I mean, I can't believe how fast too, by the way, those mixes went on the Jessie James Beads website. They went fast. I'll have, when I do my Valentine series, you'll see. Hopefully you got a hold of some for yourself. They did just come out with a Renaissance collection that is stunning. And tomorrow I'm doing the unboxing for the latest bead box. Heads up, exquisite. It is exquisite. I just gasped. It is gorgeous. Okay, so here's our first drop done over again. And I think I'm going to do these little head pins with the balls at the end for my smaller drops. And so, yeah, the reason I'm using the different stringing is I wanted to continue to play with texture, because I kind of got that feeling from this mix. That guy was a little bit bent, but I think we got him. And we may need to get a few bales for these two that I'm doing now. I don't think these are going to go through here. So let's... Also, I think I need longer head pins, which is fine. Just so that it's easier to do our wraps. I do love these window drops. I'm not sure that's what they're exactly called, but I really love them. Let's grab a fire polish. There we go. That's pretty. So let's see. We want to make sure that this is going to fit around this. Let me use bail making. I was going to grab some other drops, but I want to keep that for the middle. That one might, I think that one's just a bit too small. Let's try this one. Oh. So, I'm just checking. That should work. I was measuring the wrong thing, but this should work. The larger, these are my smaller bail makers, and I like that size for making the drops. Okay. Just so we know, it's going to slide onto the Silversilk. You could do another bail, of course. That's designer's choice. I'll trim that once I make the other one. Grab this head pin instead. So I did do a few little sketches, but I didn't like any of them. But sometimes I'll start out with a sketch when I'm trying to make something. I'll show you those in a minute. All right. Thanks a lot of you for messaging me about the Tool Magic. I haven't bought any yet, but definitely thank you for the suggestions. I really appreciate it. I am definitely gonna get some because I don't like those little marks on my wires, and I think that will do the trick. So thank you, thank you. Okay. Up. All right. Just want to make sure these are tucked in. How was everybody's New Year's? I hope it was well. Honestly, we were asleep before the ball dropped. We were just very busy during the holidays, starting with Thanksgiving, and we were just like, I think I'm done. Okay. But hey, that's no problem. Some people like to party and some people like to stay home. So here is our beautiful Silversilk. And I don't want to make a huge long piece. So I think, let me just eyeball this. The other nice thing about this ball chain, the capture chain, is you can count the balls. And if you're trying to do something even, like if you were going to do a pair of earrings, you can count these and you have an even number. I'm not really concerned with that at this point. So I think I will just cut that. Right there. Don't worry, we're going to use more of it. But a 15-inch piece that you can get on the Silversilk site is really a nice size for lots of different things. All right, so we've got our Silversilk. Now we're gonna put our let's see, I want to do looking for that one. Thought we had another one of these, but maybe not. Oh, here it is. Whew. Thought it was going to be. See how nicely these large hole beads slide on here? Kind of reminds me of the Pandora bracelets, so that's super pretty. And then let's do drop. You also want it wide enough so your dangles hang. So that's the other thing. I want to see how these hang because I have another large hole bead I can use if I don't like. Let me try the longer ones. So they're not sparkly, but they are longer. And these also came from a bead, Jessie James Beads mix. So, you know, it's nice to be able to, after you get like the mystery, like I always get the mystery boxes, whatever you don't use is just ripe for the picking when you need something for another project. I think that's too wide. Ooh. I'm feeling a little like Goldilocks. This is my last. Oh, I think these are going to work. They're a little bit wider than these. They're not as wide as these. I think that'll do it. It's really up to you. I think any of them are pretty, but I'm just thinking about how this is going to hang on a necklace. I think we're going to go back to the rhinestone now that I think about it. I'm not usually this indecisive, but I just realized that it's going to hang. Gravity is going to take some of this. Yeah. All right, and then maybe what we'll do, I think that might be too wide. That's too much for right now. Oh, I have these too. Oh, but these are more like stringing. That's all right. We'll do this. All right. So that's going to hang like that. I don't want to do that. Okay. So now we're going to attach our, I'm liking that. That's fine. You could make it shorter if you want, but now we're going to attach our SoftFlex. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that because we're going to do some stringing, a little section of stringing, and then we're going to come back and use some more of this. So let's see. I think I'm going to grab about 12 inches or so. And I'm doing this strictly, I sort of had a plan, but until you actually implement the plan, we know things will need to be adjusted as we go. But that's how I design. So okay. So now what's cool about this capture chain is that you can come through here with your wire, whatever wiring or stringing material you have, and you can slide right through. Hang on to that. I just went under one of those little balls and slid this through here. And now I'm going to use a crimp bead. And then over the top of that, we'll use a cone bead cap so that you won't see any of the connection. So we're going to, we're going to crimp that. You don't want to make it super tight because you want this to be able to move around a little bit. But I think where I've got it is going to work just fine. Just need to crimp. Let me grab my crimper. You can also use the magic crimping tool from SoftFlex if you have that. Okay, let's do the other side. Again, we're going to go underneath that first ball that's inside that chain. And then we'll grab a bead cap, a crimp bead. You mean everything I know, right? When I say that, because I always mix those words up and I don't know why. I know what I'm talking about, but my mouth just doesn't want to say the right word. I just don't know why. I'm just silly. Okay. Now this is a little bit in the front. I think I'm going to, I think it's strong enough to hold it, but I think I want to get more in the middle of that mesh. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now we're gonna let's crimp that. So here's what we have. We have our our Silversilk, our focal beads, And then we have our SoftFlex attached. I want you to be able to, I'm going to twist this so you can see how I did that. How's that? Okay, and now we're going to put our bead caps. So I grabbed a bunch of different bead caps. I have these with the cones. And what I like about these is you can kind of smish them to tamp them down. They're not very long though. So maybe I want to do the longer ones. These are the longer ones. I think I got these at Bargain Bead Box. You can also, I've seen them too, you know, in other mixes, I think from Jessie James Beads. I think they're pretty common, classic bead caps. And I like the shape. So, yeah, we'll do that. So now we have our bead caps. Now we can start stringing. So I definitely want to, let's see. It's hard to tell where the center of those are. I guess you just have to eyeball it. I think I'm going to cut this wire. We don't want that poking out. Kind of looks like a popcorn ball too. I don't know. Back in the 70s, we used to make popcorn balls, you know, and hang them at holiday time. Hang them places, and then, you know, you cover them in different colored cellophane. You could eat them later. You could make them out of flavors. I don't know if anyone... Let me know in the comments if you ever made that. Oh no! Look what I did. I cut the wrong piece. Okay. Again. Yapping. Yapping did it. Fortunately, that's easy to redo. This might be a very long video, you all. If I keep cutting the wrong things and not attaching things. It's gonna be a long video. You might want to get your cocktails started now. Those of you who partake. I might need one just to finish this. Maybe I've had a little too much caffeine. All right. Silly, silly, silly me. So I found out something fun. I found out that Princess Catherine is a fellow Capricorn. Now let's see if I can cut the right one here. Her birthday is Tuesday. So, happy early birthday, Catherine of Wales. I think it's Wales? Windsor? Cambridge. That's it. I love to watch and follow up on the royal family. And I think her children are adorable. And I spent some time in England, so I feel an affinity. Love all things royal. Like I said, her kiddos are really adorable. Okay. So now we're going to string. Now that I've got this on right. Let's see. Let's do... I'm not sure how this is going to look on top of that, but oh, I like it. Never mind. So I'm just grabbing stuff from the actual mix. These are some nice rhinestone rondelles that came in the mix. Here is some beautiful, beautiful crystals, kind of a champagne color. Love. Gorgeous. I'm going to put some bead caps because we're going to use these beautiful beads. I like mixing my bead caps too. Let's do this side. Did I lose my... Oh, here we go. All right. And I think I want to add a little pop of blue. I love these. I think I'm going to stick with the lighter. Ooh! Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Hopefully nobody has a headache from that. Sorry. Let me add a little tiny, another pop of red. I don't, like I said, I just want to touch. I'm not gonna make it, I just want little pops here and there. And I think that's about it. So let me do I really do want to put a little blue. I'm doing everything today, smacking the camera. You're getting it all in one video, all the fun. All the chaos and fun that is my channel. Okay, now I'm going to put some of these little rhinestone rondelles. Just for a pop of sparkle. So we're at this point. Let me slide all this away. I'm liking what I see. So my thought was to do another section of the Silversilk, but I'm realizing that I really don't have, I only have these beads with the big holes, which is fine if we just want the, I do like the texture of this. Let's see how we can do that. I don't want it to be very long. I just want, I'm gonna need to get some more crimp beads too. We are gonna need another bead. Actually, those might settle nicely in there. We'll see. Maybe just a section about that long. So here's where I may have to count what I'm doing. And if you line them up, I'm gonna hold this up. If you can see those, the little ball chain in there, then you can match them up. And I think I want to cut this right there. Okay. So again, let me grab some more crimp beads. It's going to be the same like we did before, but we're going to go up this way. Again, I'm looking for the center. Or approximately the center. Need to put the crimp on first. Okay. I'm just wondering how this is going to go the other way. We're going to find out in just a second. Might have to adjust some things. Again, these are things I'm trying just on my own. You know, I haven't done this before, so we are all learning from whatever it is I'm doing. Whatever the heck that is. Now, actually, what I think would be beneficial here is the large hole bead, because it's going to cover some of this mishmash that we have here, because that's not a very neat connection, as you can see. But I think once we get the large hole bead over that, it's going to cover it. So let's see if I'm right. Well, we have a choice. We can do these. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe I want to do it this way, though. Oh, I like that. Yay, that looks good. Okay, cool. Whew. You girl was sweating over here. Like, oh, is this gonna work? We're trying to pay tribute to a goddess here. It better work. Okay. All right. I know this video is running long. Do pause it or come back to it. I try not to make them super long, but sometimes, you know, when you're trying something new, it takes a minute. And I know sometimes people don't have the patience to watch me fumble. You can also fast forward if I'm redoing something and you don't feel like, you know, watching me redo all of it or whatever part. You can skip ahead too. But hey, thanks for the new subscribers. Do hit like and subscribe if you haven't. It does help me. Helps my channel. Helps me. get more people to see my videos, and I'm really wanting to grow the channel this year. So tell your friends, make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, all that fun stuff if you would. Okay, now I've realized there goes my light again. All right. I didn't bend that. That's okay. Let me finish crimping. Okay. And these are just long enough that they cover everything. So check that out. Isn't that nice? I'm excited. This is turning out neat. Okay, so I'm just gonna add, I think, 2 more. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave that plain. These I'm gonna save for something else. We're just gonna have a nice kind of pick up this idea where you got the sparkle from the capture chain. So now we're going to add back our SoftFlex, and I'm going to do some smaller beads at the top, and then we'll do our attachments. So we're done with the Silversilk. And I have a lobster claw clasp we're going to use, and we're going to use some of these delicas as the closure. Let's see, I've got a, all right, we're going to attach again. Again, we're going to try to go through that first little ball in there. I want this to be longer. This is kind of fun to attach these. You know, you could do different colors of the SoftFlex wire and the Silversilk. That would be kind of cool. I was thinking black and white Silversilk, doing like a really graphic type necklace. That would be fun. Very modern. I may have to try that. Again, let's make sure we don't cut the wrong one, Marcie. Oh boy. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side so we can just string and finish off our necklace. But I like the way this is turning out. Just trying to get that middle. All right. Okay. Crimp. All right, bead caps. All righty. Time for some stringing. So, I love these blue crystals, but I think, do we have any more of those? I was looking to see if we had any more of the little tiny, I see one. No. Bummer. No worries. So blue, beautiful teal. So this is the top of the necklace. I think I'm going to save these actually. I love these with the milky. These came from another mix, but I think they'll look good. If I can figure out where to... There we go. I'm going to make some clam chowder for us tonight. It's that kind of chilly weather where you just want to like have a soup or a stew kind of thing. All right, so let me do we want this? This blue is kind of a little different. I don't think I want to use that. Let's do some pearls since we're getting to the end of this necklace. I'm just going to grab some of these off-white rondelles. Then we'll do some of the fire polished. Because this is the top. You're not going to see as much of this. I'm going to save some of these beads. We'll do, I'll do probably a bracelet and some earrings. So I will show you the finished products because this is a 10-week series. I think I may have mentioned that. I have 10 of them, all 10 of the mixes. So we're going to do one every Saturday for the next 10 weeks. Do check out, like I said, the Jessie James Beads website, because you can get the ones that have been on the website for a little while. I think they are on sale. This particular kit, I believe, is about $16 right now, today, on the website, and there's others. And then So there's 10 in total. And I don't think you can go wrong. I'm doing 10 of these fire polish on the ends here. I think that's 10. Yeah. 10 more. These are really pretty fire polish. I like them. I like that faceted pearl look. You could do little pearls too. Whoops. Four more. Oh, you guys, Ginger was so lovey-dovey this morning. I wish I had gotten a video of her. She was so cuddly. Oh my word, this dog. Cha-Cha, for some reason, wanted to sleep out in the living room. I'm like, but I have this big fancy bed with the remote control. Why? She's not impressed. Ginger likes it. And they both like the massage feature, which cracks me up. I thought that would scare them. No, they like that. I think I have spoiled dogs. And I take full responsibility. All right. That's pretty. I'm going to do... I don't know if these will fit on here or not. We're going to try. Yeah. No, we're not. Okay, so the end of the necklace. Ta-da! We're just going to do... And we could have used some colored... like a colored SoftFlex here. One of the blues or even the red would be kind of cool. Just at the very end, but I didn't think about that. So that's all right. This is the back of the necklace that is probably going to be hidden for the most part when somebody wears it. So I'm going to do my little loop with the seed beads and the I probably don't need that many crimp beads. So on this side, I'm going to go ahead and put the lobster claw. You could add chain back here if you want to make it adjustable. Really endless, you know, opportunity for however you want to finish off your particular necklace. And before I fasten this, I just want to make sure everything is lined up pretty good. And I'm probably not going to get I want to get close to these, but I don't want to make it so tight that the necklace hangs funny. You got to give yourself a little breathing room. Otherwise, the beads kind of scrunch up. So always give your stuff some breathing room. If you feel like you have too much room, you can always cover it with a crimp cover or several, because they look like little beads. And that's what I do if I feel like it's too loose. I think I have a crimp cover right here. Actually, I like to use my bent nose for this. Come here, mister. All right. That's side one. Now this side we're going to make our loop. I'm just going to make sure all of this stuff is lined up right. I really do like mixing these. That is quite fun. And usually I use number 11 seed beads, but these were closer. These are some number 11 Miyuki Delicas, which I usually save for peyote stitch and all that, but that's what came, or that's what was near me, so that's what I'm using. And I'm going to probably string on about, I already have my crimp bead on here. I'm going to string on about 17 of these. I like to do that odd number because it makes a nice loop. That's 3. I'm pulling all the stops out for you today. I've dropped stuff. My lights turned off. I had to redo stuff. It's Marcie's greatest hits. Okay. I even lost count now. 5. Gracious. I now know why they're called delicas. I do find that I love to, I'm learning more stuff on bead weaving, and I'm starting to really enjoy it, which surprises me. Usually people with jewelry fall into 2 camps, stringers and weavers, but, or actually wire workers too, but I like all of it. And I like to mix all of it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, and 17. Now the trick here, of course, is to, when you make your loop, don't crack your seed beads. Go. Again, you don't want to make it so tight, A, that you crack your seed beads, and B, that the beads scrunch up. And this is usually, quite honestly, when I'm doing this, the side that I generally have to add another bead cover, or crimp cover, I should say. but it's just so that there's not too much room, because I'm very paranoid about cracking a bead. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you do it. That's another reason why I use that many. If you lose one, that's okay. But if you lose, whoops, if you lose more than one, then your loop looks kind of funny. Alrighty. Last crimp cover, if I could find it. All right. All right, let's move. So here we have extras. I'll do earrings and a bracelet. Next week, when we do the next goddess, I will start the video with the other finished pieces to go with this necklace. But here is Mazu. There is our, oops. Just hold on to this for a minute. There's our dangles in our beautiful strand of beads. We have our gorgeous Silversilk. I will look up what color that is. I love the teals. I love the tiny bits of red. Sort of a nod to what cloak Mazu would be wearing, a red cloak. And then you've got beautiful textures and colors of the sea that Jessie James Beads has expertly mixed for us. We've got gorgeous, gorgeous textures. I love these pearl clusters. This is fabulous. And I think it turned out pretty cool. And these kind of look like fish, even though they're not. But in keeping with that theme, that would be cool if you had some large hole beads that were fishies. And I hope I've done Mazu justice. I hope I have with this necklace. I really like it, and I think it would look very pretty on like a cream colored sweater, or even kind of some like a cashmere sweater. Wouldn't that be pretty? Or a top that had some little bit of gold designs in it. Something to think about. Anyway, thanks for watching and watching me stumble through a few things and have to redo a few things. I think, though, all in all, it turned out very nice. And I can't wait to make a companion pair of earrings and a bracelet. In fact, I'm thinking the earrings will probably be these guys, if you want a hint. I think that's going to have to be a thing. So take care of your sweet selves and your families and be safe. Stay tuned next Saturday for week 2 of the Goddess series. I have not decided which goddess, so that'll be a surprise. Do pop on to the Jessie James Beads website. Check out these mixes. They're beautiful. And also, like I said, some of them are on sale. So this is a good time to pick one up. And with that, I'm going to tell you good evening, and I will see you on the next video.